Somewhere to start. No need to ask, he's a smooth operator.
Hi, I'm Shyla Burgess, and I've known Mike Poyer for nearly 20 years. I've always known Mike to be calm in a crisis, consistent in his decision-making, and open and genuine in his communication. This is a historic time for the city of Wenatchee. We're making monumental investments in transportation, public works, and community development projects. I know Mike would be a great mayor, and I'm hoping you'll join me in electing him this November.
Hello, everybody. Welcome in to this week's episode of the What's Up Wenatchee podcast. My name is Nikki Darling, and we are, if you could see behind me this side, we are at the YWCA. They are on a mission, and we are here to find out all about that mission. Everything that they offer. They've got some new programs that they are started up that I didn't even know about until just this week. So we're going to find out all about that. It's called the Housing First program. And Jocelyn is in charge of that program. She's leading it up. So we're going to get her sitting down on the other side of this table in just a bit and talk to her about it. I'm so happy to be here because next weekend they have, well, I think they're starting their festivities a little bit earlier than next weekend because they're set up for a tea party, a drag tea party. And then next weekend they have the Halloqueens drag show over at the Pack. So we're going to get all the details on how you can get in, how you can get involved, and all of the proceeds for that is going to go right here to benefit the YWCA and all the programs that we're going to find out about. Also on the show today, we have Cory Clark. He is the mastermind behind the Greater Wenatchee Toy Show. And now, this weekend, tomorrow, is the Greater Wenatchee Halloween Toy Show. And it's over at the Wenatchee Convention Center from 9 to 3 tomorrow. And you got a couple of things that you can go to tomorrow. It's a really busy day. But luckily, we are supposed to have some really nice weather. Even though these things, a couple of different things are indoors. You have the Apple Valley Vinyl Record Expo at the Oddfellows Hall. And then you have the toy show, the Halloween toy show at the convention center. So all in and about downtown. I know there's other things happening. You're pumpkin picking, you're jack-o'-lantern carving, you're out there and you're doing things, the farmer's market. So there's a lot to do, family-friendly events and activities for whatever you're into in the Valley. And we're getting coverage of it from Jessie Drake, who is our events reporter from the Wenatchee World. She'll be joining us and letting us know not just about the toy show, not just about the expo, not just about Halloqueens and the drag tea party that's happening at the YWCA, but everything else that is in the know that is happening in the Wenatchee Valley. She is our events reporter from the Wenatchee World, and she'll be joining us a little bit later on today as well. I have to show you before we go any further. I'm gonna lower the camera just a little bit so you can see this awesome sweatshirt that I am wearing today. Okay, this is a one of a kind. There is no other like this in existence as of right now. This is a one-of-a-kind Darling Productions sweatshirt, okay? Made by none other than the very talented friend of mine, Marsha, who runs Stupid Stitch. And if you haven't found Stupid Stitch, it's a local small business. Marsha is a brilliant mind in the fashion industry. She was in California. She didn't want to work in that racket, so she came back here and has started her own small business doing upcycling of garments in her own fashion style. So it's tie-dyes, it's reimagining of different clothing and patchwork and denims and hand embroidery. That is where she shines. So I'm sorry that the lighting in here isn't catching this like red on red pop right now, but it's pretty cool. So it's a red sweatshirt with a black tie-dye ink. And then she hand embroidered the Darling Productions logo onto the sweatshirt. It's like a red on red because the lips are red, and then the white accent of the teeth. I'm going to take a picture of this, and so you can really see. And the way that she tie-dyed it, the black tie-dye is fantastic. And it's so, on top of it, it's so comfy. It's going to be my favorite sweatshirt for the entirety of the winter. And I can even layer underneath it. So I have enough room to layer, which is my little secret. I guess I don't think it's really secret. So with that being said, if you love this, I got to get a better visual of it. I'm going to try. I realize I'm sticking my boob into the camera. I do get that. That's good enough. Okay. Yeah, that was good enough. I think you get it. It's awesome. And so she dropped it off to me yesterday, and I immediately went, I think people are going to want these sweatshirts because they're so cool. What do I need to do to be able to offer them up? And I understand it's a labor of love because it's like you have to tie-dye it, then you have to hand embroider it. So we came up with we can do a limited edition run of these sweatshirts if enough people are interested. So if you're interested in getting one of these sweatshirts, we're going to put a link up. We're going to put a post up. We'll put it out there for, I don't know, a couple of weeks, and that'll be it. And if we have a minimum order, then we'll put it through to Stupid Stitch for the order. I think she told me her minimum order is 10. So it's not a whole lot. So if we could get 10 people who want these sweatshirts, they'll be $60 for the red, black tie-dye and the hand embroidered in your size. All right. And we'll have that link up over on the website after today. So there's the website, darlingproductionswa.com. If you'd like to support this podcast, there's another link, www.supercast.com. We are upgraded. What is our motto?
We're getting better all the time.
We're getting better all the time, folks. We are getting better all the time. And you know what? I got here, I got set up, and I was a little bit early. So I had an extra 10 minutes, and I went, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So I went back out to my car, came in, and I had a box of brand new equipment, 2 new microphones and a brand new mic processor. Well, I didn't have time to unbox all of it. I had 10 minutes, folks. Okay, 10 minutes. So I had time to unbox one of the 2 new microphones, not the one that I am using, but the one that our guests will be using today is a brand new Rode podcast mic. Yeah, it's nice. If you know anything about it, those are our top of the line podcast microphones that are out there right now. So we are getting better all the time, and we're going to be able to accommodate more people on the show. Right now, we are able to have 2 microphones at a time. In the future, we'll be able to have 4. And in the short order, we'll be able to have 3 cameras. So we are getting better all the time, and we have you to thank for that and your support that is coming from this link, www.supercast.com. That's what's up Wenatchee.supercast.com. You can make a one-time contribution. You can be a regular subscriber, and we often give exclusive content and prize giveaways and things of that nature. So just as a thank you for being a supporter and helping us to get better and give out better content all the time. We do have an interactive text line. If you are watching, you can always put your comments in if you want to interact with us here online, because we are live. Hey, it's 12:12 right now, folks, and it's sunny outside. And in the Wenatchee Valley, we're seeing some blue skies and temperatures in the 70s. I have no idea what the temperature is outside. 67 outside, folks. So we are live. That was the point of that. And you can put your comments and interact with us through whatever platform you're watching us on, YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook. And we will see those comments and we can interact with you, or text us at 509-795-5602. Please remember that we are a fully community supported broadcast because people like you support us. And we want to thank the committee to elect Mike Poyer. He is a supporter and a sponsor of this show. And he is running to be Wenatchee's next mayor. He is the future mayor of Wenatchee. So your ballots for, if you are a Wenatchee registered voter, are going out this week. I think they actually went out in the mail Wednesday or Thursday. You got yours yesterday. Great. Yeah. So you should be receiving them now. Some people are those kind of people that will vote right away and send it right back in. And other people are the people who will wait and till that election day, which is November 7th, and then go out and send their ballot in. That was always me. You want to know why? You want to know why I think that was me? Because in New Jersey, we have in-person voting. So you always you woke up on election day, you went to the voting station, you put in your vote, and you left, right? And so I feel like my brain is just trained to vote on election day. And so that was what I did. I would wake up and just sit down with my ballot on election day and then go and submit it. People around here are not trained to do that. They are trained when they get their ballot in the mail, they fill it out and they return it right away. So if that's you, your ballots are in the mail, you might have gotten them already. Just know that Mike Poyer is the future mayor. So he's the one on the ballot that you want to be punching ticket for. Or if you're not sure, do your due diligence, do your research. WenatcheeValley.com is the place to start to get your information on Mike Poyer. Just as a preview, we are going to talk with Cory Clark from the Greater Wenatchee Toy Show a little bit later on in about a half an hour, and also Jessie Drake in the 1 o'clock hour from the Wenatchee World. But for right now, we are hanging out and being hosted by the YWCA right here in Wenatchee. I didn't really have to go far today. I was walking out the door and the ladies in the office are like, "Oh, where are you going?" I was like, "I'm going literally across the street." And then they see me get in the car. And they're just like, I see the confused look on their faces. Like, why is she getting in a car to go across the street? But I have equipment and things like that. And it would have taken a couple of trips to go across the street because my office is right next to across the street. It's not even a block down. It's I can see your comings and goings. No, that's not creepy at all. I'm very happy to be here, and I'm very honored to finally get a chance to speak with you. It is Jocelyn from the YWCA. Hello. You're the first one to talk on our brand new microphone.
Oh my gosh, I'm honored.
You should
this
be.
Is awesome. It's very fancy. I love it.
It looks really professional, doesn't it?
It does.
Because it is.
Yeah.
And girl, you make it look good. You make it look good. And you are ready for Halloween.
I love Halloween.
You got the sparkles. We were talking about putting sparkles down on the table. We were gonna do like a sequins tablecloth, and then I was like, I don't think it'll work well with my mouse.
Not with the mouse.
I was a total party pooper. Usually I'm not a party pooper. Usually I'm the one that brings the party, right? But this time you guys are bringing the party.
We are.
Yeah.
Yes.
So does it start with the drag tea party?
Yes, so we have a lot of events this October. We have the drag tea party tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
I'm so excited. It's
Tomorrow
gonna
is
be
such a
great.
busy day.
Yes, so many things going on. But the drag tea party is a family-friendly event.
Okay.
So you can bring your kiddos. There's going to be treats. There's going to be games. There's going to be all sorts of crafts and fun stuff to do. I'm so excited. I'm bringing my kiddo and I'm dressing up because I'm extra. So
I believe that.
I bought a crown and everything.
Wait, like dressing up how?
Yeah, like tea party dress.
Okay.
And then a crown, a tiara, and then I bought my kid a costume that I know he was gonna hate because
Okay.
he doesn't like dressing
Yeah.
up. But I'm like, we gotta look the part. We're going to a tea party.
A tea party.
So
Okay,
yeah.
listen. How old is your kid?
he's 6.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, but if they lived in England, right?
Yes.
They learn the manners like when they're young.
Very
young
age.
age.
Mhm.
I spent a year living in London, and like
Fun.
tea parties are a thing.
They're like legit.
Legit.
Parties. I love that.
Yes,
Yeah.
like you legit learn your manners. As a young kid, sit down, put the napkin over your lap, how to
Oh.
use your thing. Like we're talking about 5 or
That's
6 years old. Like what these little things are called, and
Spoons and
all of
the-
it.
Oh,
There's a reason why they make tea parties for little kids. It's
I
teaching
know.
them social skills.
yes, that's true.
So
I'm
I
so
applaud you.
excited.
Yes.
So excited. Yeah, so after that, after the drag tea party next week.
What time is that tomorrow?
Oh, the drag tea party is from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Okay. Do you still have slots open for people to get in?
Yes. So you can go on our website. And actually, if you go to YWCA/NCW.org/Halloqueens, you can get access to all of our events that we have going on in October. And you can register for them right there and then. So.
All right. So after the tea party tomorrow, what comes up?
So next week we have our big Halloqueens event. Yeah. It's an adult drag show.
Yeah.
So it's very much for adults only. But it's going to be amazing. We are doing it at the Numerica Pact, the Performing Arts Center, and the show starts at 7:30, but if you get the VIP tickets, it's the meet and greet is at 6:30.
I mean, you want the meet and greet, you want the
Yes.
VIP.
Yes.
That's the whole experience, right? And from what you told me, these are not local queens. These are traveling out of town queens.
Yes.
Yeah, some high profile
Yeah.
gals.
We are featuring them on our Facebook page and our Instagram.
Uh-huh.
So if you're curious to kind of get a sneak peek what's going on, you can go to our Facebook page and see all the queens that have been featured already. It tells you a little bit about them and who they are and a fabulous picture. So yeah.
So you guys have been doing the Halloqueen show for a few years. When you first started, it was like more of a collaborative effort, and now you guys are doing it more, just the YWCA as your fundraiser. Why drag queens? Why a drag show? And we're here now, yeah.
Well, I haven't been at the YWCA for a very long time.
Uh-huh.
But I know that the YWCA pushes, eliminating racism and inclusivity and diversity. And so we're just bringing this to give a space for people that in the Valley that, don't have anywhere to go to express themselves, and you don't really see a whole lot of drag shows in the area. So I love that we're doing this, and I love that we're getting to a place where we can at least the LGBTQ community can be open about who they are and stuff. I grew up in this area, so I feel like it's never I've never really had a safe space.
It's been baby steps.
Yeah, baby steps, but progress.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
amazing. And so I'm really happy to be a part of this organization, one, and to be able to put on this event for the community.
And the tea party wasn't always, this is a newish thing, right? Is it new? Is this the first time that you've done it?
This is the first time we've done a drag tea party.
Okay.
We did a drag time story hour last year, and I wasn't working then, but I did come to it.
So I think I think it's smart that there's a distinction, between the drag family friendly drag programs or events, and then clearly this is an adult leaning drag event.
Yeah.
Right? Like there is a clear distinction.
Absolutely.
And to kind of put them together in the same week and have that I don't know, just have that comparison, show people like, here, this one is for families, this one is not.
Yeah.
Just like any other entertainment out there.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like people should be able to logically understand that.
Yeah. I think when people hear drag, they instantly think of the adult drag, and then if you say like drag tea party, like, oh my god, the children, but
oh my gosh, the children. What about the children?
But it's very much a family friendly event. It's just to show all different types of people exist to our children, I think is important. And I'm very excited. I'm bringing my kid. I'm pumped. I'm pumped to these events.
I can tell. Yeah, for sure. So all of the tickets and information on those events are on the website.
Yes. And then after Halloqueens, we will have what we're calling a Halloqueer Mass.
I did see that.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Yes. So it's kind of it's a place where you can go where people don't, some people don't feel comfortable enough to go to church, and because of whatever reason. But this is a safe space. It's radically inclusive. We have. I'm not really sure what it's going to look like because I haven't been to one. They had one last year, but I didn't go. So I'm excited to find out what it's all about. And I grew up in church also. So the thing about like, it's kind of like, this thing, but I'm really excited to go. I'm really excited to see what they bring and what's going to happen.
I think church and religion has changed so much since we grew up, and it's in such a transitional time. Religion and churches are trying to find a way to make it more accessible for like the next generation of people who are lost, maybe. We don't necessarily like, we shun religion, but we didn't really shun faith. So at least that's my experience. And for people out there who associate the YWCA in Wenatchee with drag now, that's great. So I hope they come out and support you and buy tickets and have a good time, because then they're associating a good time with having a happy, fulfilling, enrichment, successful experience. But the YWCA is so much more than that. Right? Like that's like saying that the wellness place is just wine, women, and shoes, right? Like your fundraiser event is not you as your organization. It's just a means to an end for you to do what you do every single day, right? And so I want to really know what are they supporting? What is it that the YWCA is trying to do every single day?
Yeah.
Tell me.
So we are we're eliminating racism, and we are empowering women. We have all different types of programs. I know.
I want to talk about your program, your new Housing First program, right?
Yeah, so I work in housing. I specifically work for the Housing First program, which is a program that now is extended to the community. So anyone can come to me, do an intake, and get assistance. And it's basically eliminating barriers to housing, and eliminating sometimes people when they go into housing from a state where they've experienced homelessness, they don't bring anything with them. They don't bring, clothing mostly.
Right.
And so the Housing First program is there to help with like cleaning supplies, things that you don't think that you need and people sometimes take for granted, like spices. Spices are expensive.
Yeah.
So like first round of groceries, small furnishings, appliances, the vacuum cleaner, curtains, like shower curtain rods, literally anything that you can think of that will make them feel comfortable in their new home. That's what we provide, and we help them with these items. And also, if they need help with jobs, if they need interview attire, if they need special work shoes for their job, if they need gas vouchers to get to and from work, if it's more of a case management based program. So we kind of walk through and talk about, what are your goals? What would you like to do? What you have housing, how are you going to maintain this housing? Do you need to learn how to budget? Do you want to, it's really more directed towards what they want, what they need, what they feel like they want to go in their life. And so this program helps with those things. It also helps with like if you need childcare, we'll help with childcare for like a month or two, and then kind of give you resources to be able to afford that for the rest of the time. So it's kind of like endless possibilities,
right? That's exactly what I was just thinking. That has to be difficult for you to nail down like a job description, right? Because traditionally the programs at the YWCA, they have the housing or rehoming programs where if somebody or a woman is experiencing homelessness and their child, they have a housing program and all of the resources that they go through and while they're in that program, right? Inside the YWCA housing program. But if you're not in the housing program and you're out there maybe waiting for housing or trying to hustle, like the possibilities, like you said, the spectrum of where somebody could be that's not in your housing program are just endless, right? They could be homeless, they could be anywhere up to anywhere. And you, if there's somebody out there that's like watching and they're just like, I'm just barely making it by, and I don't, maybe they fall into something where you could be helpful to them, and maybe their pride or their ego or whatever is stepping in where they don't reach out for extra resources. They just don't know what's available, right? But for you, I could see, wow, it's like you really need to take each of these cases on, learn everything about this person, and then identify the best course and method forward and the best resources to connect them with.
Resource coordination is huge.
Resource coordination, that's a great term. Yes.
And so having a relationship with agencies in the area is super important to my job, just because it's easy to say, oh, go to so-and-so place, they're going to help you, versus go to this person's name at this person, tell them I sent you and that you're in my program. There's a
totally different experience.
It's totally different. And so I want to be able to do that to the clients that come in, it's kind of a faster track and an easier track, because when you know about resources, when you know about what's available in your area, you're able to help your client more. And you're able to guide them better in a way that, you know, they're not being bounced around from agency to agency, which is what happens a lot of the times, unfortunately.
Yeah. Man, it's just what is your background? How did you fall into this? Because it has to take a really special person to be able to navigate this work every day.
Yeah, so I think just my entire life, I've always been like a helper. You know, when I was younger, I loved to help people. You know, I grew up in church, so I was always like, what can I do? What can I do? You know? And so I started in Catholic charities in their housing program, just kind of answering phones and doing just like assessments over the phone for the homeless network. And then from there, I just went into case management because it was easy, because answering the phone, doing assessments, I learned all about resources in the area and who to go to and what they offered and how the eligibility. And so it was such a smooth transition to go into case management and then go into counseling on top of that. And so once I did that, it was a good learning experience at Catholic Charities. I had so much fun. It was great. But, you know, I really wanted to come into an agency where I felt a little bit more comfortable as far as like their views and what their mission was, and, you know, so it will align with mine. And so that's when I found YWCA, and I was like, I need a job here. I need to go there. But I love this place. It's very homey. It feels very homey to me. We work really well as a team. Everybody here is just amazing. They're all like ready to jump in to help you. Like if I'm, you know, squashed with like caseloads and paperwork, they're, you know, willing to jump in and help me. And so it's a great experience.
Yeah. And there's always another person to help. Like I find that that's my struggle, is that I want to, and my husband would say the same thing. He's like, you can't help everybody. You have to draw the line somewhere. Yeah. But you can't. You have to save some for yourself, right? And I could see you already as like a person who just gives and gives and gives and gives and gives.
It's great. It's great to work in a place where, you know, there's a lot of different avenues. And, you know, not only do we have all of our amazing housing stuff, like, you know, the emergency shelter and transitional and permanent supportive housing, we have all these great programs. We also have like the thrift store that helps our housing programs, you know, stay afloat, and all the stuff that the thrift store offers, like with the volunteers, and then also the advocacy and outreach piece of it, where, you know, we help people that need that push of like, what is diversity, what is inclusivity, what is equity. And so like teaching those things,
like an educational piece.
Yeah, it's like an educational piece where just to do some outreach and educate the community on what it is and what it looks like.
Oh, it sounds like YWCA needs a podcast on to educate and advocate. How's that sound, Rachel? Sounds good. Just put it into the calendar. We got this. Yeah, I mean, it's a powerful tool. Education is what education advocation. Yes, I am with you on that. And but you have outreach programs, right? Like people don't understand that these are like having difficult conversations is how our humanity and society is going to progress.
Yeah.
So when it comes to drag story hour, drag tea party, like let's talk about it. Like let's sit down and talk about it. Yeah. I don't care. Like I will have the conversation about why it makes you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, absolutely.
because that's gonna key into pushing through that uncomfortability to reach a new homeostasis of equity, right?
Absolutely.
And that's the only way it's going to happen. is if people are willing to have those conversations.
Yeah.
And the more people that can get together to have those conversations, the better. So I know that the YWCA is doing that good work, and that's why I support you, and I support these fundraisers that are coming up. The drag tea party is tomorrow.
Yes.
Remind us of the time.
10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
10 a.m. to 1
Mhm.
p.m. Lots of fun stuff. Tea, of course,
Tea, of course.
and snackies.
Snackies, cupcakes.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I heard that. Lots of mini cupcakes.
Yeah.
I should do a taste test just to make sure that they're edible and scrumptious for tomorrow. And dress up, encouraged to have fun dress and drag queens.
You don't have to dress up, but if you're feeling extra like me, you can.
Right. And you want to teach your kids how to do it properly.
Plus, if you have a tiara, where else are you gonna wear it to?
Right.
You can. This is an event. You got to wear it to this.
I do know a couple of places downtown that sell tiaras if you need to get one on a dime, right? Yeah, there's some last minute local places South Wenatchee Avenue that have tiaras.
Fun.
And then Halloqueens next Saturday at the Numerica Performing Arts Center. Those are our buddies over there. That's what's with this space theme? 7th annual Halloqueens drag show. It looks like they're coming from space. Are they gonna?
It's a space theme. Yes.
Are they descending from space? Or are they shooting off into space? We don't know.
I don't know. I know the planning for the Halloqueens, I think, took place last year sometime, and I don't know what the thought process was.
Okay.
But I'm here for it.
You just have to show up and find out.
Space.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna be a little bit extra to that and bring, dress up like an alien or something, or an astronaut.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
We'll figure it out.
It's gonna be a great time.
I can't wait. Jocelyn, thank you so much. Was there anything else that we missed?
I mean, I'm sure I could talk for hours.
I mean, so could I. I mean, that's why I do this, right? I could talk about this for hours, but that's why you need a podcast.
I know. We need a podcast.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. I was really excited when you guys reached out to me, and oh my gosh, thank you for having me.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
Go to all of their events, Halloqueens and the Halloqueer Mass. I don't know when and where you said that was happening.
Halloqueer Mass is October 29th. So it's the day after Halloqueens.
Okay.
And it's here in this event center.
Okay.
At 6 p.m.
All right. Yeah. So to get more information, what is the website?
The website is ywcancw.org/Halloqueens.
For all of the information, Jocelyn, we will have you back, I am sure. I just love you so much. You are Halloween incarnate with your show everybody your spider. Get a little bit closer and we'll see your spider. Yeah.
Yes.
Creepy. All right.
Thank you
much
so
love
much.
to you. Thank you. And we'll see you next time. All right. Here you go. Yay. That was such a gracious host for us here at the YWCA right in Wenatchee. If you don't know where they are, it's like on the corner of Chelan Avenue and First, and right across from my office. And Jocelyn is their housing specialist for the Housing First program, which is an outreach program for those who are not in the YWCA housing program, for those in the community that need housing resource. What did she say? Resource allocation, resource management. That was a good term. This is my one limited edition sweatshirt. It's a red black tie-dye sweatshirt with a hand embroidered Darling Productions logo done specially by Stupid Stitch. They are going to be available for a limited run if people are interested for $60 each. And if I have enough people interested, we'll make an order with Marsha. So we're going to put that link up over on the website and up on Facebook and Instagram if people are interested in some merch for the wintertime. It's exciting. Oh. I got to give a thank you out to Lacey Watson. She has been the one, if you are subscribed to the Darling Productions email newsletter, she's the one who's been putting together and sending out our weekly newsletter. And they look fantastic. So if you're not part of that, make sure you get subscribed because there is like chock full. Let's see if I can find it. I get so much email, guys. It's redonkulous. Festival of Trees. We'll talk about Festival of Trees here in a minute. Here we go. It doesn't really look nice. It's not a good version of it. If I can, here we go. I'll share my screen so you can see this. It is awesome email. And the reason why I want to share this is because I opened this email and I was like, this is a really impressive email. And then I was like, this is my newsletter. And I was like, wow, I'm impressed by my own newsletter. It was like really nice. And I was like, okay. And I was impressed because not only did it look good, it sounded good, and it was like chock full of stuff, of good stuff. So here's the newsletter. We have an exciting week ahead. It goes into what we're doing here on the show. There's our little graphic for the zombie karaoke party that's coming up next weekend. The link to tune in to the show on Facebook. And then tonight, we're making waves with Mike. Get your enthusiasm ready tonight. Well, came out yesterday. Okay, came out yesterday. Hit the streets with us, shake things up for Mike's mayoral campaign. Just showcasing your city spirit and camaraderie. We are going to be at 5th and Miller, 4:30 to 5:30 today. You don't really need to sign up. You can just show up if you want and help us, have fun out there. And we'll bring some extra signs. We have the Festival of Trees Christmas Karaoke is coming. That post went out today. Tune up as part of the America Festival of Trees. We're lighting up the stage with the Christmas Karaoke Competition. Belting out holiday hits is your thing. Gather your crew. Make this season unforgettable. There's a link there to go. You can change lives with the Give Miss Project. So it gives some information about how we're going to be involved in the Make a Difference Day, which is next weekend, the 28th. It's going to be a busy weekend tomorrow and then next weekend too. Make a Difference Day, 9 to 4 down at Pybus. Taking donations, cards, handmade gifts, and also nominations for the Give Miss Project, which begins December 1st. And then the Unleash Your Zombie Within. Brace yourselves for the ultimate spooky showdown. The Fools and Ghouls Zombie Karaoke Block Party is here to shake up Manson. Get set for a thrilling night at the Lord and Lady Haunted Manson from 6 to 10 p.m. And so I was like, wow, we really do have a lot going on. Yeah. So it benefits you to be part of that email newsletter, because between Halloween and Christmas and Giveness, we have a lot. That's just like, that's not even counting what's going on the podcast.
No, we have a lot going on.
Yeah. Okay. Well, whoo-wee. Yeah. Shake it out. Shake it off. All right. What was that? Taylor Swift? Did I just break into Taylor Swift? I did.
You kind of did.
Can we go back
The
and.
fact that I even knew that. means-
Okay. All right. So I did say it was going to be a busy weekend. We've got that drag tea party happening tomorrow. That's during the day. You have the Apple Valley Vinyl Record Expo happening tomorrow. You have also the Greater Wenatchee Halloween Toy Show at the Convention Center. And the mastermind behind that is here to tell us all about how that came together and what's to expect over there for tomorrow's festivities. Let's welcome in Cory Clark. How are you?
Good day. Thanks for having me today.
Yeah, thank you. You're looking great, man. How are you
Thank
doing?
I'm doing good.
I love
Yeah.
the glasses.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I can see you. So that's,
Well,
they're important to have sometimes.
I don't know if that's plus or negative. I'm not really
Right,
sure.
right. Yeah.
How's my new sweatshirt? You
I
like it?
It looks great.
Look at that. That's a
Fantastic.
hand embroidered logo.
That is fantastic.
It's pretty cool,
I
right?
love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, man, are you a Wenatchee native? I don't really know much about you.
Came to Wenatchee. I'm a ghost. No one knows where I'm from right now.
I'm gonna find.
yeah.
I'm gonna find out.
No, I came to Wenatchee when I was 18. I was actually born and raised up in the Medhow Valley. So,
Oh.
yeah, I was one of the Twist kids up there.
Okay.
On a farm. Oddly enough, about a mile away from a cemetery, and that's why I have a love for all
Creepy.
Halloween. And
All
absolutely.
right.
But been around Wenatchee. I've come and gone a little bit for college, but been back in town since around 07. Yeah. So
And what else do you do besides, I don't know, playing with toys?
sure. Well, I got a wife and kids, and my wife Heather, and my kids. I got twins. They're 11 years old.
Stop it.
Finley and Aubrey, and they're going to be down at
A
the
boy and girl.
Boy and Girl.
Oh,
Yeah, hit the jackpot.
yeah.
Yeah, and they'll be down at the toy show. They'll be sporting some.
I hope so.
Yeah, they'll be sporting some toy show gear on and treasure hunting themselves. Aside from that, my day job, I'm actually a criminal investigator. I work for the public defender's office. So the whole toy show aspect is just kind of the lighter side of life. And
Yeah.
the fun part of life of what I do.
I love that so
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
because I mean that's how it really started for me. It was like serious work,
Mhm.
and then let's do something fun on the side, and then the fun on the side became life.
Life.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Isn't that the dream?
Absolutely.
Is that
Yeah.
kind of the dream for the toy show
I
to just
think it
blow
is.
up and become this huge thing?
And that's kind of what I'd love it to happen.
Yeah.
I've been a collector of toys forever, and it's like you. I mean, you probably had toys you loved when you were a little
Yeah.
kid, right?
Absolutely.
The parents or whoever probably took them to a yard sale, donated them, whatever. They're gone. I just kind of never stopped, And so I've always slowly kind of collected and had a little bit of toys. And I mean, toy show kind of happened like this. I mean, one day I found a little rock car. And this car is pretty rad. And I go and I list it on Facebook for sale. It's a cheap car. It's like $10. This guy reaches out to me. He wants to buy it. He ends up living in Seattle. So he says, "Oh, I run a toy show in Seattle." And I'm kind of like, "Cool. I've never done a toy show before." And he's like, "Man, if you bring this rocket car, I'll let you in the show for free. You can check it out." And his name's Rob Williams. And so I'm like, "All right, Rob, that sounds cool, man." So I said, "Actually, I'm going to Seattle that weekend. I'm going to go see some family.
Uh-huh.
Go check out your show." So I come to the show and I get free admission, say $5, whatever, and bring him this rocket car. And the first thing I see is just hundreds of people having a blast.
Yeah.
They're doing what they love. They're selling toys, or they're buying toys, or they're talking toys, and then comic books, video games, everything. So like right away, I'm hooked.
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
so Rob and I become good buddies. And
A
then
kid in a
yeah,
candy store.
all of a sudden, everywhere around you, and that feeling you probably had, like I said, a favorite toy, a stuffed animal. As soon as you see those toys from your childhood, you get that feeling, that nostalgic punch hits you. You love it, So next thing you know, I'm setting up and selling at Rob's show. And then my wife and I are talking, and like, it's a shame we don't have a toy event here in Wenatchee. And my wife's like, "You can build it. We can build it. I have faith in you. You can build it." So 2017 actually was our first show. We launched in 17, 18, and 19 at the convention center.
Right.
Then we were down for a while during the whenever.
As when it's everybody else.
everyone
Yeah.
And so we're back now. And I was like, you know what? The other thing is we've loved Halloween. We've never stopped loving Halloween. I'm like, let's make it a Halloween show. And so that's what we've done at this show. Not only is it a toy show where you're going to go in and find those toys, comic books, video games, all that childhood stuff, modern collectibles, we're packing it with Halloween too. So you can buy vintage Halloween stuff, modern Halloween stuff. It's whatever the vendors are bringing is going to be down there.
So is this replacing the toy show, or is it just in addition to the the Halloween show?
So from now on, I think it just needs to be the show. We did one show every year, and it was just the Greater Wenatchee Toy Show. I think from this point on, we'll probably keep it the Halloween show.
Okay.
Because it meshes so many of collectors of the same thing together.
Oh,
and honestly, it's so much fun. We've been down there all morning. We're putting in life-size props.
Really?
We've got Jack Skellington. We got Sally down there. And the props are for kids and families to come down and take pictures with. That just come in, have a great time, look at all the cool stuff that's decorated around, buy some great stuff, meet some cool people.
Yeah.
And we've totally backed it up. So we plan on, from this point on, keeping it a Halloween show. Yeah.
And is there an entry fee to get in?
Yeah, it's $5 is the entry fee for everyone 13 and up, and 12 and under come in for free.
And it's just a 1-day thing?
1 day.
Stop it.
1 day.
Why do you only do it
6
1
hours.
day?
That way, when you don't show up, you just have regret for a year. And I tell people, it's going to haunt you. You got to get down
It's
there.
going to haunt you.
Yeah.
It's going to haunt you.
You got to go down there. So there's going to be something for everybody.
It's a busy day tomorrow. Like,
Busy day.
I have to build out a schedule.
So, and like you said, Record Expo's tomorrow too. So we start at 9.
Right.
So
we have to hit you first.
Yep. Or middle and go later to
No, because if
Expo.
you're gonna go to the tea party, you gotta go then tea party, then Vinyl Expo.
Yeah. Yep. So you gotta
That's
come
the
see me
only
early.
way to do it.
Come see me early, get some parking. We're gonna probably have coffee down there. It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be fun. It's down in the bottom of the convention center. And if you've been down there in the big room, it's gonna be in the Orchard exhibit hall.
Yeah.
And then there's also the Orchard, I believe we call it the entryway, other huge hallway, the entire area full of toys.
So
Completely packed.
what is there one main attraction or something that's there that is going to
To bring
grab
it in.
people in?
I actually don't know everything that's going to be there quite yet because my vendors start loading in at 3:00 today.
Did anybody be like, I'm
I've seen
bringing this,
fantastic
I'm
toys.
bringing
Yeah,
this,
I
I'm
just got
bringing
off the
this?
phone
Just
with-
by the way,
Yeah.
like when we were doing, I don't know if you knew this, but we planned Washington State swap meet,
Yeah.
which we totally need to get you at swap meet.
Yeah.
Like
I came
why-
shocked.
you did. Oh, good.
A bunch of cool stuff. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
for the toy show.
Well, personally. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
But maybe, we need to talk because we can totally collaborate with, a toy show corner of the swap meet or something. That would make total sense, right? So anyway, that's just me in my brain. Anyway, so what was my point, Grayson?
That's a great question.
It's a great question.
Your point was someone probably told you something cool that was coming and you were
So when people were registering, they're like, oh yeah, I have this like 1924 Harley Davidson remodel thing that I'm going to bring. And then we could kind of tell people that like this is
it's coming.
this is coming.
So yeah, we have we got a bunch of different vendors coming in. I mean, a couple of cool things I saw this morning was from Murphy Bros Collectibles, which is Eric Murphy and his brother Derek Murphy. And they actually help run the convention center. Those guys are the ones that helped me get the room. Eric's been down there sweating with me all morning, putting in tables, but he's got nothing but sealed 90s high-end toys. One of my favorite ones, I already own it, so I'm not going to chase it. So if you're coming to the show and you hear this and you want this, do you remember the movie Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yes.
My favorite movie.
The
Turbo Man.
Yeah.
Turbo Man's he's got a sealed Turbo Man. That's one of my favorite toys.
I did not quite understand that movie until I became a parent.
Yeah, and then you had to go chase something new.
Yeah.
And then you understand.
Now I understand.
Why the mailman's so crazy. Yeah. And Arnold. It's a great movie. So Turbo Man's going to be down there. There's like some fantastic sealed. It's kind of like a Mr. Potato Head, but it was called Monster Face. That's a pretty rare toy where you would like make this. He kind of looked like Maurice from Little Monsters. Remember that movie in the 80s with Fred Savage? And so you make this face, and he's got it sealed in the box. Crazy rare toy. It's probably around $300, $400. He's never even opened it. That's coming down there. An entire collection of gargoyles I've seen coming down there. That's the old Disney gargoyle, right? All of them sealed, nothing opened. I just spoke with Almost Heroes over in from the West Side. He's coming over. Tyson, I think he's bringing a bunch of Transformers. So he's talked about maybe some G1 means Generation 1 original Transformers.
No, that's
So a little bit of everything.
don't tell Ryan.
Yeah.
Don't tell my
tell
husband.
everybody.
I know.
Come
But
spend the
tell
money.
everybody,
Yeah.
just don't tell my husband.
That's right. And a lot of Star Wars. I talk
Yeah.
Time Zone toy.
Now you're talking.
Yeah,
now
lots
you're
of Star
yeah.
Wars. Time Zone is not from our area. They're coming in from Idaho. They're going to be bringing a lot of Star Wars. Time Capsule.
Of course,
They'll have a booth down there. They're going to be selling as well.
Yeah, they came to swap meet with a lot of they had a lot of GI Joes.
Yep.
With really good condition GI Joes,
Absolutely.
comic books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have a lot of comic books down here as well. Video games.
I'd like to find some Garbage Pail Kids cards.
I can make it happen.
Okay.
I can bring
Keep
them.
an eye out.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
We'll be at the show. So
Okay.
come on in. I'll bring them.
Oh,
You want them?
we're
That's how
getting
easy
some
it is.
comments here. Dell, hey, it's two of my favorite humans.
Oh,
yeah.
Dell is excited.
Yeah.
I love him. So yeah, we'll have Garbage Pail Kids will be down there. 70s toys, 80s toys, 90s toys, 60s. We got a guy bringing. They're called Red Lines. Those are some of the harder to find Hot Wheels. We've got early 1930s, 1940s.
Are they called red lines because they have a red line on the bottom?
They should be called like red walls because it's actually, white wall tire has white around it. They're red around the
Okay,
tire. Yeah.
around the
Yeah,
tire.
they're some of the early production Hot Wheels when they first came out, so they're a little bit more sought after. Limited in production, harder to find, usually beat up. So we've got a couple of our vendors are specializing in those. It'll be down there tomorrow.
Is it true that they made them more sturdy back then? The cars, they're like now they're just
Yes,
they're not.
Yeah, even all the way, every bit of it was completely done differently. This, as far as the wheels were hooked together and everything, the bottoms were just real metal.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were heavier, sturdier, and went the extra mile.
What about those new like metal die cast cars?
Yeah, I know. Same
Cars.
But a lot of the companies, the same companies are making them.
Yeah.
They're good in regards to quality. They don't hold up as long as the original ones.
My son, he watches these little videos.
Oh yeah.
And they open up the little cars, the die cast cars, and they
Yeah.
race them.
Okay. Yeah,
And then they put them in different positions and they race them again.
I love it.
I know he's 2.5.
Yeah.
So he just that's what he loves to watch, these little cars racing on videos.
And it's funny because you see that with the younger generation gets a lot of their toy love from YouTube. When my kids were growing up, they were watching people open up the mystery packs. What are we gonna find here, kind of deal.
Right. Yeah.
And in my generation, I was born in 1980. So our toy love came from Saturday morning cartoon.
Yeah, I'm 83,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
it's same generation.
Well, we're right there. So we were watching our cartoons, we were hearing it, we were reading books, we were reading comic books, we were eating the cereal, we were drinking Ecto Coolers.
Yes.
We had everything at our hands. It was our toy. So
Yeah.
we were just completely merchandised too.
We totally were.
Yeah.
But hey, we still are.
We still are.
We still are.
You're buying shirts, and I'm
Right.
being a giant show of place. So yeah, we're still.
We
going
love
with it.
to support the things that we're loyal to, right? Like
Absolutely,
there's
yeah.
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so it's gonna be a fantastic show. You're gonna find 83 vendor tables. We've got one of my other buddies, Far Out Toys. He sells on Whatnot. Him and his wife, they sell on eBay, but they're coming down. They're bringing tables and tables of vintage Halloween.
How far away are your
And-
vendors traveling from? You said you had some people from the west
I
side.
got some people coming from a lot of people from the west side. I got people coming from Idaho, kind of middle Idaho. I think one from coming out of Oregon. And we got attendees coming as far as people saying they're coming down from Canada that we know.
That's
So,
great.
That's pretty cool. But you also have.
I hope you're at least applying for some motel, motel
I know. We're hoping
grant
so.
funds.
Yeah, right.
You should because
Yeah.
you're bringing in
We're
some
bringing some people.
tourism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something we need to do in the future.
Wow.
for
Well,
sure.
if not, talk to me about it. I'll
Yeah.
lead you in the right direction.
Right.
Well, I think you're doing a great job. I know so many people are excited for this. Me as well. I mean, I'm probably more excited because I have a 2.5-year-old and I can live vicariously through him.
Yeah.
But I also have an almost 50-year-old husband who is just as excited.
I love
So
it.
I think
love
this is something that everybody loves,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
No matter what
absolutely.
age, what generation, this appeals to everybody.
Well, the coolest thing you'll see when you talk about that, right? You take the parent with the kid. Well, it's something to do on a weekend. So you're going to come down to the show because it's cheap and you can look at it. Now you're buying stuff for your kids, but almost every one of those parents are going to have what I call the aha moment, where they're walking and they might even look bored because it's not really something they're into, and they kind of look and go, oh, I have that, you know, and the next thing you know, they'll buy it.
Right.
It'll sit on their shelf at work or wherever because you have that nostalgic attachment.
What's your one thing, your prized thing that you have at home?
Oh, I love it all. My prize.
A true collector.
Yeah, I love it all.
You
What?
true collector. If you asked my husband which
Yeah.
was his favorite album,
Yeah.
he would never be able to tell you. He's an album collector,
Yeah.
which is why we go to the vinyl expo.
I am too.
But yeah,
I
which is why we have to go to the vinyl expo.
Absolutely.
Let's go. Yeah, I can't even tell you how many he has. But if I asked him, like, that's his collection,
He'd say I love it all.
yeah, I love it all. I can't pick just one.
Right. Monster toys were huge for me as a kid. Again, the mesh of Halloween. And
Monster toys.
So my pet monster was like one of my favorite toys. It was
My
this
pet
big
monster.
blue plush monster with like
Love
a
it.
pickle nose that you'd sleep with every night that had orange handcuffs.
I remember.
My
Yeah.
Different
monster.
color handcuffs for each.
Yeah, different.
Stop
look,
it.
yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now you mix that with I have mad balls, which were awesome. They were like the squeezy balls that were, that you could have the eye, you could have horn head that was like a cyclops. Those are all toys I loved as a kid.
Okay.
Those are probably like so in my collection, probably close to my treasured favorites, not because of value or anything like that, pure nostalgia.
Yeah.
I slept with my pet monster as a kid all the time. He was awesome. That's one of my favorite ones. Like, he's not for sale. He just lives in my cave, hangs out still with me. So
That's so cool.
yeah. What
I love
was your
that.
favorite toy?
I don't know.
You like Garbage Pail Kids?
Yeah.
I was big into those too. I still am.
But I don't know if I would have. I think maybe I have to see
You
it.
see it. You'll have the
Yeah.
aha moment.
It would have to have that aha moment because memory of when you were a kid, I don't.
Yeah.
For me, it's very, very cloudy.
It's locked away.
Yeah.
You go down there tomorrow between 9 to 3, and you'll have that moment.
Yeah. I don't want to try and force it either. Like,
Yeah.
I want it to come naturally.
Yeah.
And when I see it, I'll know, and then I'll circle back with you and I'll let you know.
Perfect.
All right, man. Thank you so much. 9 to 3
9 to 3.
Tomorrow.
Convention Center.
Convention Center.
Enter in the back of the building in the big parking lot back there.
Yep.
Yep. We got plenty of parking, but come early. It might be full. I don't know.
Yeah,
So,
it's gonna be a blast.
yeah.
People are really excited about it, as am I.
I do too.
It's really nice to meet
It was
you,
super
man.
nice meeting you.
I will see you
Yeah.
again. Maybe we'll start a podcast about collecting toys.
Anytime. Toys, comic books, video games.
All right.
Love it.
We'll follow up with Grayson. We'll get a meeting set up and we'll just chat more because this was like nothing.
It was fun.
All right. Thanks,
Hey,
man.
Thank you.
Cory Clark, the Greater Wenatchee Halloween toy show happening tomorrow at the convention center between 9 and 3. What a cool guy. I can't believe that I have never met him before. Have we we've never met before?
No.
Never met before. Okay. Oh yeah, okay.
We'll have you on again, Cory, for sure.
He said it. Now he must come back again sometime.
Oh, I thought that he's coming back.
He's got the hug. Oh man, I have to tell you, I am famished today. I was running a little bit late this morning. I needed to meet up with Brandon over at Brandon from Wenatchee Computer was meeting me at my office. I didn't bring the box in, but he's setting me up with what I like to call a self-service cloud. It's going to change so many things for the business. I can explain it to you because it's actually not that difficult, but it's like this box. It's a self-service cloud with backup, and it has backups to backups and redundancies. And then I can control who has access to that backup data information. So like Grayson could have access to certain information, and other producers can have access to audio that they need to have, and my bookkeeper could have access to certain information, and then everything gets automatically backed up, and everything is saved. It is just going to change my peace of mind for having the backup information. And having ease of access from no matter like where I am at home, at Grayson's house, at the office, you know, on site, like I can have access wherever I need it. So he came to the office to show me the box, and I was like, I did not get to eat to Smart Nutrition, which is I wanted because I was rushing to get to meet with Brandon and my
Miss Smart Nutrition here.
so I missed my breakfast smoothie, my shake, my meal replacement shake that I normally get from Smart Nutrition. And so I'm famished. That was the whole point of that, was that right now my stomach is going because normally I would stop and go to Smart Nutrition and get my meal replacement shake or like my energy tea or something like that.
And that didn't happen.
And it didn't happen today. So Cirillo and Selena, I am so sorry I didn't get over there. And I had really good intentions because they have waffles. They have like protein waffles and protein churros. And I was going to pick up some extra waffles and churros and bring them with me. And like all this, I had really good intentions and none of that happened. So I'm sorry, everybody. We'll have to get some yummy protein snacks from Smart Nutrition some other
I just
time.
had my my lunch of a breakfast burrito from Mela. So I'm okay, I'm sorry you're hungry. That's weird. It hits me right in my brain. I can't think very well.
Yeah, and that breakfast burrito at Mela is pretty good. So, man, it's all right. I've been making Smart Nutrition a regular in my routine lately because because it's easy to because I'm on the run a lot and it's easy to kind of drink my meals instead of eat my meals. And I know like they're low in sugar and my body doesn't like sugar and they're high in protein, like whatever. So and they're tasty and they have so many options. So I could just go and be like, Cirillo, give me something I haven't tried. And he's just like, here, strawberry cheesecake, pumpkin brulee. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay.
That's really good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
amazing.
So they're over on Valley Mall Parkway across from Joe's in East Wenatchee. So it's easy because it's on my way out of town, which is awesome. I was kind of bragging on Lacey a little bit earlier in the show. I gotta do that. Because she put together that email newsletter. And part of this is she put together this graphic I'm going to put up on the screen right now for the Christmas Karaoke Competition. And it's pretty neat. It's like this, I want to say it looks like a group of office workers that have gotten together to look like different Santa Clauses. And they're on a stage singing karaoke with some like festive Christmas trees. And so she did a pretty good job on this graphic. And so registration is open now for the Christmas Karaoke Competition. Where it is?
You need to send Matthew a link.
Oh, just go to numericapack.org. That's where registration is. All of it is for the Numerica Pax Festival of Trees. So that week is coming up. It's the second week in November. And they have a whole week of activities that have like the swanky soiree and the teddy bear time. And then they have like public viewing of all the trees that get decorated and donated. And eventually they have a gala that auctions off all the decorated trees, and that raises money for the pack to perform or to put on performances throughout the year. So it says, attention, all holiday songbirds, ever dreamed channeling your inner Mariah Carey or belting out classics like Elvis Presley? Here's your chance. Dress the part, slip into shoes of your favorite Christmas character, Santa, an elf, a reindeer, or even a snowman, and let your vocals shine. duet or quartet, whether you're taking the stage solo or teaming up for a duet. We really don't want solos though. We really want duets or groups. Yeah. Or aiming for the ultimate Christmas boy band experience. We're all ears. The stage is yours. Compete for a prize. Not only do you get to showcase your love for holiday tunes, but there's also a sparkling prize waiting for the best performance. And it's going to be cash.
Good
We couldn't
change.
hear you. What?
Cash. You can join so sign up at numericapack.org. Spots are limited, so don't wait. Secure your group's place for just $25 at pack. numericapack.org.
I'm sorry, you just reminded me of the Fifth Element, and I just my head went there.
Oh, I lost it. I don't know what that. I don't understand that reference.
Oh, you whispered what you said.
Right.
When Bruce Willis gets held up with the guns.
Yeah, I still don't understand. Yep. Still don't understand the reference. Some kind of Fifth Element reference. Okay, join the audience. Not one for the spotlight. Rally your friends and family and come support our singing sensations. Dive into the Christmas spirit at the Numerica Festival of Trees Karaoke Competition. Mark your calendar, spread the word, and let's make this festive season unforgettable with the power of song and camaraderie. So it is $25 to register your group, but that money is money that we're raising for the pack, right? That's just so we can raise some money. Then you and your group get costumes or dress up and pick a song and practice. And then we put on a concert. Karaoke concert, which will happen November 16th. And then you can raise some money beforehand. We'll give you a link where you can raise some money like via like a 5K, you know, and like, hey, I'm running a 5K. Will you give me like $10, you know, whatever, $20. Your team can raise money ahead of time if you want, not obligatory. But again, all this money goes to the pack. And then during the show, this is the fun part. You get to perform, and then there'll be some other fun games during the competition where your team will solicit live donations from the audience. And the team that raises the most money wins the cash. We'll also have another runner-up prize for a team that wins our fun and games. So doesn't it sound like a really good time?
I'll be there.
You'll be there in the audience?
No, I'll sing.
You're gonna sing?
I'm gonna rope in my mom, Nancy, of Class of the Glass, and my sister, who's performing in
The last 5 years?
5 years at Riverside right now. I saw it yesterday. I'm gonna go back tomorrow. It's so good.
Oh man, is tomorrow the last day?
They have 2 shows tomorrow, afternoon and evening.
Should I add that to my schedule for tomorrow?
I mean, is
Okay.
is it busy enough?
Well, no, it's never busy
Could
enough.
it be busier?
Well, I have 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. and then 10 to 1 and then 1 to 3. What time? And then I can go to tomorrow night's show.
Yeah, you can see an evening show.
I could do it.
People
Can
can-
you still send Ryan my way?
This is my schedule. This isn't Ryan's schedule.
That's true, that's true.
And I've heard nothing but great things about the show. The last 5 years.
Yeah, such a beautiful love story, sad and exciting and funny, and the live band on stage just kept everything like super stripped down and black box theater style, just the focus on the singers. So I had a great time.
Awesome. We should introduce you. You've been kind of sitting here and humoring me for the past few minutes. Jessie Drake from the Wenatchee World, you're our events reporter. Thanks. You're back with us again this
Yeah, good to
week.
be here.
Thank you. Happy Friday. Are
It's a
you
good
ready for the
Friday.
weekend?
Yeah, like I said, I got to see a show last night, and tonight I am going to a super fun event at the Sunshine Ranch Wedding and Event Venue. Artemetris is the Pink Floyd cover
Yeah.
band
Uh-huh.
of musicians from the area, and I've seen their show at the Pack before. It was amazing with all the laser lights, and they do absolutely full renditions of the Pink Floyd albums. But this is pairing Dark Side of the Moon with The Wizard of Oz.
We will be going to that as well tonight.
Are you going to be there?
Yeah, Ryan and I will be going. We didn't know. We got asked to go is because it's Ryan's birthday, and so friends of ours are taking us. Are you gonna? We heard you're supposed to dress up.
I have a costume.
You do,
and it was a sort of surprise because I picked my costume before knowing about this event, and they said, if you want to dress up like a Wizard of Oz character, go ahead and do that. Well, my costume, I am a rainbow, as in
over the rainbow.
Over the rainbow.
That is amazing. Okay.
Not to mention that the album cover has a rainbow prism on it. So I feel like it's so conceptual.
Yes.
But really all I did was find a wig and it's perfect. So I knew this had to be the costume party of the year.
We were talking about this last night, and we were going through all the characters. We were like, okay, of course there's Dorothy. He's like, isn't there Straw? There's somebody with Straw. I'm like, yes, the Scarecrow. Then there's the Tin Man, and
could be the Wizard.
There's the Wizard. I was like, there's Toto, and I have the perfect dog for Toto, but he can't come with us. And then and I'm like, there's the Good Witch and the Bad Witch, and he goes, I want to be one of the flying monkeys.
There you go, or a Munchkin. Bring your kid as a Munchkin.
It's 21 plus.
Oh, it is.
We can't bring our kid.
I know, in a dance party too.
We did go to see the other one up at the Icicle.
Cool.
And we were able to bring Trenton to that one, and he had a great time with the laser lights and everything. But this one's 21 plus, so we cannot bring him, which I'm kind of almost excited about. Is that terrible?
Grown up time.
Yeah, but I don't have a costume yet. I have plenty of costumes.
I was gonna say, don't you have a trunk?
You don't understand. I have 3 separate costumes just for Halloween this year because we're doing Trick or Treat the Ave. We're doing Zombie Karaoke Fools and Ghouls block party.
Right.
And I have Ryan's birthday party at our house. We have 3 separate. I have got too many things that I gotta dress up for. I've got we've got our costume trunk for sure, but I don't know if I have any
Wizard of
Oz specific.
That's okay. Just pull one of your dress up however costume you have ready for something else. You can recycle it.
I have a ringmaster costume.
That's kind of perfect for you.
Isn't it though?
You are a city ringmaster right now.
Isn't it though?
I just got my ballot in the mail.
Did you? Okay, well, we're not going to talk about who you're voting for, but I just want to show everybody this. There you go. Just if you were a Wenatchee registered voter, just as a reminder, if your ballots are in the mail. I'm not biased at all. Not at all. I just run his campaign. What else is going on this weekend? Because we know that tonight is Artemis. It's what is it? The story of what is the actual name of the show?
Dark Side of Oz.
Dark Side of Oz, and it's Wizard of Oz with Dark Side of the Moon, and they do it live.
Yes.
And is there laser lights and stuff with this?
Yeah, they said there's going to be lights and fog and a little pared down, but it's outdoors. It's going to be super cool.
All right.
Yeah, that's one thing. I have to reference my paper because since I write in advance, I get a little backwards forwards in terms of what's actually happening this weekend.
Sure, yeah.
But I also noticed the paper, yesterday's Thursday paper, also includes the visitor's guide.
Oh, look at
That just came out. So
that.
that's just chock full of events and places and things to do and see around the valley. I do not put this together, but a lot of people work really hard on it, and it's just a great community resource. So let's see what else is happening.
I would anticipate that you would use your own paper to reference your segment because that would work, right?
Yeah, it works great. You know what? One of the stories that's performing really, really good on the website right now is about Aaron Crawford, who's the country singer.
Yeah.
And he talked about how he made the choice pretty early on in his career to stay in the Pacific Northwest, where he's from, and help raise up the country music scene here. And I was like, well, how much do you really have to raise it? Because people love country music. Yes, but it's true. You think of Nashville, this place that attracts musicians from all over the place. He's like, I've got this hometown pride that I want to have. And so I think people are excited to know about someone like that. I called him a country star. He's got 5 albums. He's got a great voice and a big following around here. So
he does. And I remember seeing him like years ago. It plays very small places, and he makes himself very accessible.
Yeah, I think it's going to be at Martin Scott Winery. They're calling it Circle 5 on Saturday at 6. So that's a big concert, but we also always publish just every live music that I can find in the Valley. We do a listing for that. Mostly those shows are up at wineries in Chelan, but bars in Wenatchee and the big performing arts venues, those all get rounded up. Speaking of music, vintage music, the Vinyl Record Expo.
Yeah,
we talked about that last week.
Yeah,
but, that is going to be also on Saturday, but in the morning.
What are the hours of the Vinyl Expo?
11 to 4 p.m.
Okay, great.
But you can get there as early as 10 if you pay a door cover charge to get first pick.
Yeah, they have like a VIP. And some people, like we did that last time, and it was great because you go in, you get to look through everything first.
Yeah, I think they have like 25 vendors. There's going to be a lot of music.
It's good.
He's also Joel, who produces that. He's putting on an all ages show, kind of like secret mission that he has to bring back all ages spaces and encourage like high school bands to get active again. There used to be a much bigger scene.
Isn't that amazing? I love that. And I told him I want to get more involved in that, like helping him promote it, because it like you said, to have a space for like creativity and stuff like that, you need that for, doesn't matter how old you are or ages or what you're doing. It's like in all ages performing, but all ages, like people being able to attend, all ages attending is very sparse around here.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a movement back in like the 90s, right? Like the grunge bands and the rock bands would get like a hall or space like this, and they would just play.
Mm-hmm.
And people and the kids would show up, and they would mosh dance in their flannel and then go home.
Yeah, the record sales at the Oddfellows Lodge, and he talked about the people playing before at the Eagles and some of these clubs that are not like, they have seating, they have space, and you can get in and book it. So I think that's a great sign.
Good for him.
For where arts are going. Yeah.
We gotta foster the next generation.
Just pick up a bass guitar and start going. You can get ready to play a few songs in like a few months.
Well, if you the early Green Day songs, they only used 3 chords on their first album. And Dookie, every song is only 3 chords.
And look how well they did.
They did pretty good for themselves. So come on, guys, that should be inspirational. Totally. None of them knew how to play guitar when they did their first album. They just needed to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. What else is going on?
Let's see. This week has been the National Friends of Libraries Week. Friends of Libraries are nonprofit groups that are separate but work with the library branches to volunteer and support and fundraise and do events. So mostly they do book sales. There's a big 10-day sale in Leavenworth with Autumn Leaf Festival, and this one is in East Wenatchee. So we ran a great picture of the Leavenworth volunteers, and that's an amazing way to get involved volunteering for wherever you live, that they have like 30 branches of the library. So
so are they still doing it, this sale at the library?
The sale is on Friday and Saturday at the East Wenatchee Library.
Oh, fun.
All day long, 9 to 6, 12 to 4 on Sunday too.
That's dangerous for me.
Yeah, they're going to have everything from fiction to cookbooks to kids' books.
All right, Grayson, we're going to Bob's, and then we're going to the library. He says yes.
No, it doesn't love a library. I'm sure.
I mean, I don't. I am I'm a geek for the library so much. Books and vinyl were the two things that I needed to move when we moved out of my third floor walk up. It was books and vinyl, and everybody went, "Oh, this. I'm sorry, this upsets me." The front page of your Wenatchee World paper.
Water Dam.
Yeah, no, not the Tumwater Dam. But that the opponent is making the front page of the paper.
Oh, well, there were articles about both mayor candidates and about their campaign finances because it is
I did see
election
that.
week. So at least there's been coverage about both.
But he's making the top front page of your newspaper.
You're right. Let's see what.
So that
That's the
doesn't
local
make me
news
happy.
Cover the front. Well,
I think somebody over at the Wenatchee World is a BC fan. I do think so.
we all stay pretty reserved about personal politics.
You have to.
We're not.
You have to.
Able to gossip about any of
I mean,
that.
I talk about it because this is my podcast and I can do what I want. But most people in their workplaces, they stay cool as a cucumber. They don't want to talk about it, and I don't blame them. You know, it just it gets people so divisive now, which is a shame. It's a shame because I think people need to have those difficult conversations of what is best for the city or the community as a whole, as opposed to individual personalities.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love principles over personalities rather than, let's bash somebody's character. I'm not about bashing anybody's character, including the opponent, which he makes it pretty easy. But I don't bash anybody's character because I don't think that's fair. So I just don't like that he's on the top of your paper.
Well,
Although I love your paper.
I'm glad you do. And
I do.
It's like, we're talking about libraries, having the print paper is so important. So I'm always like,
Yeah, like
local media and
like regular traditional medias like the library and like print paper, like those things appeal to me. Like I know that I'm new media, like I know the podcasts are new media, but I appreciate a print paper. I appreciate a print book. Like I love the libraries. I love, I still utilize traditional forms of communication.
I'm pretty excited because the Go section has grown. It's on like the back. It's sort of a reverse cover, right?
That's
on the A
actually
section.
super good placement for the Go section.
But it's 3 pages, more than 2 pages this week.
Oh, look at the Glad song. You did cover the Glad song. That's nice.
Glad Song Choirs raised over
$100,000.
$100,000
That's
in 2 years.
amazing.
Yeah, concerts for different nonprofits they partner with. And the reason it's so big is because look at all the Halloween events.
There's a lot of
People
Halloween.
love to dress up. And there are plenty of chances for that. Indoor, outdoor bars and family harvest festivals.
What do you know what your plan is for Halloween yet?
Oh, well, I pass out candy. I dress up
At the
and
house?
stay at the house and pass out candy and help calm the dog down who is upset about all the doorbell ringing. I've always, I'm a theater person, so dressing up has always been part of my play.
Yes.
To dig in like costume departments for extravagant.
Are you coming zombie
pieces.
karaoke?
Could
you dress up as a zombie?
I don't like being scary. But you know what?
You could be a dainty zombie.
A lady zombie. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think my party is the Dark Side of Oz tonight and kicking it at home with candy for kids. I'm gonna carve a pumpkin. I got a pumpkin from grocery outlet. It has deals right now. I wrote about all the adorable pumpkin farms, but I just haven't gotten out to a U-pick.
Yeah.
Keep it close to home, but That's another fun tradition.
Yeah, we're gonna carve some pumpkins with the kids, I think, this weekend. And Darling, and then of course we have the karaoke, the zombie karaoke party in Manson next Saturday. So just think about coming out to that because that'll be fun.
Cool.
You don't have to dress as a zombie, but you come hang out.
If I
with us.
can, I would dress as a zombie.
Okay.
Just say it that way.
But
Put
you,
an effort to it.
but you come out to our karaoke nights. You always have fun. So this is gonna be a outdoors block party karaoke night. Yeah.
Haunted Manson is going all the way.
They
They've
really
got
are.
tons of vendors and the big fundraiser. Are you on the property that the fundraiser is happening at?
Well, it's there's like 2 main streets in Manson, so we're off of one of them.
Oh, okay.
And I have a phone call with the people who are organizing Haunted Manson because they want to collaborate our block with the main block and make it an even bigger Haunted Manson. So yeah, it's gonna be a huge deal.
Cool.
Yeah, and we're giving away prizes, so that's always gets people out
We
there.
always have the best prizes.
We always do have the best prizes. It is great. I thank you for saying that. I really appreciate you saying that because I actually like hand curate my prizes. I'm like, I want this and this, and I go to the people that I think will actually put some thought into it, like your mom, and they actually like put some thought into it. So, yeah, thanks. And then Trick or Treat on the Ave. Darling Productions is a sponsor of Trick or Treat down on the Ave. So we'll be like right next to where that fountain is, at the top of Second.
Yeah.
There, and bringing lights and doing a karaoke station and giving out candy and doing a photo op station too. So we'll have Keith Friedel doing pictures, and that's where you'll see me as the ringmaster. My ringmaster outfit.
I'm scared to know what I'm going to be coming
You better get your costume ready for tonight.
He's gonna be a lion.
Oh, so
Get the lion. So you could be
open
the
his jaws.
you could be the cowardly
chair.
lion tonight.
Oh, okay.
Thing,
I'm
and
thinking
then
circus.
and then he could be my lion in the circus. And I have one of those.
Oh.
Oh, this just got a whole lot funner for me. All right, we're going to buy you a lion costume after this too.
That's what's happening. I guess I'm going to be
You can craft a mane out of just like yarn. You can just like cut a bunch of yarn and put it on like a stretchy. I have a
You're so
vision.
creative.
I would make that if I could get to a craft store today.
I'll take you to a craft store today.
Careful what you wish.
Yeah.
Well, good. I'm so glad we're all going. It's going to be a great week, and I hope everybody gets out and
Does
find
stuff.
something fun to do because it is taking
Show
advantage
them
of the
again
beautiful weather.
Your go. We've got to
Okay.
have some good weather. That's an awesome
Look at
picture.
that graphic. I
That
know.
graphic is beautiful for the Dark Side of Oz. Check out the Go section, curated by the lovely Jessie Drake.
Oh, there's great events.
Oh,
for
that's
Dia
right.
de los Muertos, Day of the Dead, concerts at Numerica, Icicle Creek, and
the
there'll be
pack.
the pack, and there'll be like community altars at the museum,
Okay.
and at the park. So day after Halloween events happening too
Community altars where?
at the museum.
At the museum.
And
Okay.
Parque Padrinos is doing something.
Okay. Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah.
I think that's the best I've ever said it.
Sounded right.
Thank you, Jessie. Will we see you next week?
If you invite me, I will come.
You are invited.
All right, I'll see you then.
I'll see you then. Thank you.
Thank you, Jess.
Oh my gosh, Grayson. Wow. What a day. What a day. What a day. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. How are you?
So hungry.
I hear you on that. And I had to get up early and go get my eyes done. So
Your eyes?
yeah, I had to see the optometrist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I missed an appointment because of a podcast. I had to take the next one, so fell on a podcast again. So went and I was here a little late, but yeah.
Hmm.
So I'm starving.
I know. We're both like,
I'm like starting to
"What?"
fade. I'm like trying to track us on YouTube and like seeing what comments are and everything. I'm
I
like,
honestly
yeah.
do not even know how I am here doing this show right now and not at home reading Nine Strangers.
I can't read it till tomorrow. My copy comes tomorrow at 2:30 because that's when my
This is like 2 hours away from active reading of Matthew Pippin's book.
I know if he was reading it on Audible, I might actually do that, but he's not, so I'm not. So I got a copy so that I can.
I know. That's
Read
like
it
the
myself.
next, I don't know, business I need to go into is recording people for their audiobooks. Michael Lee Miller would be the first one because we've already talked about
Oh
doing
my
that
gosh,
for her.
she posted reading on her TikTok on Facebook, reading a chapter of Matthew Pippin's book Nine Strangers.
Yeah.
The buzz going around town about Nine Strangers is insane. I don't know if you've been following.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's just. I mean, the fact that it sold out at the bookstore is incredible. I mean, you got people like, hey, they're gonna have it. This, I'm like, you can get it at the museum. You can still get it on Amazon. He pushed forward the Kindle so that people could do it that way.
Right.
And I got my neighbor was asking me if I'd even heard of it. I was like, oh yeah, I know Matthew. I know Matthew Pippin. Yeah, I got my copy coming. It's just crazy. It's crazy. This
Well,
is
we
a very
want to say a
anticipated
big
thing.
congratulations. to
Yes,
him. It is
Matthew. I am
doing well.
so happy for you. So happy for you.
Makes me want to write a book, I guess.
You could. You could write.
I
a
could do
book,
whatever I want. I could do whatever I want.
You already do. You already
No,
do.
I don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, I
Pretty
don't.
wild. You're wild. We don't want people to know how wild you are. Apparently, I have to come as a cowardly lion. So.
Oh,
my goodness! Something special
my
just popped up on the table.
gosh. Thank you.
Super special. Thank you, Jocelyn.
That's no moon.
Oh, it smells so delicious. I'm gonna wait. I want to eat it on camera because I'm messy.
Oh, I'm gonna eat it right
Yeah,
now. One big bite.
Okay.
That's good. These are your mini cupcakes for tomorrow's tea party.
Oh my gosh.
These are worth it.
I'm savoring mine.
Don't laugh at me, Jessie. This is like that's so. Like that's mortifying.
I'm gonna wear mine in my beard, so I'm not gonna embarrass myself, because that's a thing.
I have no shame.
I know. I love the new sweatshirts.
Oh yeah. Do you like that?
I do. I'm excited for when mine comes.
Well, it's not a definite thing.
What?
It's
Why
not it's not a definite thing
Why not? Why
because
not? We both have one.
this is a one of a kind.
Yeah. I'm one of
And-
a kind.
And I can only make an order if I get a minimum of 10.
People, you better start ordering your shirts. I already bought a sweatshirt forever ago, so I don't even know what those are going to be like. But everyone should order one of these so I can order one of these.
So we
Please.
get a minimum of 10.
Come on, Chris. I know you want one. Jesse, I know you want one. Come on. I know people want one. These are cool.
So
I
we'll
want one.
put it out there, and it's no pressure. But if people want, there's $60, and that comes. I mean, they're limited edition, so it's a red sweatshirt with a black tie dye, which is so cool, and then the hand embroidered Darling Productions logo, and it's a 5-inch logo, so it's nice and big.
It's pretty cool. I
it's
have
cool.
to say, you can't really see it on camera the way that I can see it in person, folks. This is hand stitched. She's not kidding. I mean, that's a lot. It's really technical, but it looks super fly. Like,
Yeah, there you can see it a little bit better.
it really does.
I'm just
And
not
it's
very good.
worth it. It's worth it. This is for a good cause. This is something that we're really trying to build our business, and I know Nikki's been trying to really build the brand. So having a limited edition anything from Darling Productions is pretty cool because you never know in the future when that might come in handy. You never know when there's a contest giveaway and Nikki wants to know who's got that old school vintage apparel, Darling Production apparel. So just putting that out there for folks.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
I think people will like it. I think they'll want it.
I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, I want one. So I need 9 other people to order this with me. Nine other people. we gotta get this order in.
So we are doing sign shaking for Mike's campaign today. I did it yesterday morning.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and I brought Trenton with me.
Do you have a photo of that?
I do.
Oh, I can't see it because I'm on this side of the camera.
I will see if I can show you the picture that I'm showing everybody else right now.
Did he have fun?
He didn't really understand the assignment.
Yes, I would say he didn't understand. You're supposed to be really excited.
You're supposed to be really excited. He didn't quite understand the assignment of what we were doing. And it was early, it was kind of chilly, and he had to hold the sign. He was not, you could see in the picture, his face is not excited.
No.
At all. But then mommy put him on her shoulders.
Oh, did his spirit change?
A little bit. He got to go hang out on mommy's shoulders. Oh, that's not the right one. And he was a little bit better.
Aww.
And I taught him to wave at all the cars, and that when they wave back, you smile. And that's helping. We helped. And he likes to help, so that was good for him. He goes, help, help, help. Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Jocelyn says, I want a sweater.
Yes, everyone should want a sweater. Everyone should want one.
All right. So what else? So those were our pictures from Science. So that's how you do it. And we're going to be, we have some other, there's Mike and his daughter, Libby. This is what I'm showing them now.
Who do we have doing signs today?
So me and Amanda, my cousin Amanda, and Trenton and Andrina, and Mike will be there. And whoever else shows up. So that's fun time.
But you know what? I've done signs with you for Mike. It actually is a pretty fun time. I mean, probably because
The more people we have, the funner it is.
Yeah, I enjoy doing it, just shaking the shine and sign. Can I buy a vowel, please, Vanna?
Sure.
And just the reaction of people honking.
Yeah, that's
especially
it.
when they're like, I want to see what it is you're shaking. Turn your sign this direction because I'm opposing traffic. And then they're like,
so around 4:30 this afternoon, we'll be at 5th and Miller, like by Safeway area.
I'll be getting my costume ready for this evening, so I will try to make it, but I also have to be fitted properly for my costume.
Okay.
Unless Jessie is making my main, because I'm really gonna. Oh yeah, no, I got really excited for a second. No, they've got it at Spirit Halloween. I just don't know if they have it at our local store. So I did look into that while you guys were talking.
You did?
I did.
Mm-hmm.
I did because Deanna and I don't have our costume yet for tonight. So I gotta go get that worked out.
Gotta get.
Yeah, I was thinking of not even doing the theme at all. I was thinking about coming as a solo cup and a beer pong ball. red Solo cup and a beer pong ball as a couple's costume.
Okay.
Like we weren't gonna do we
Yeah.
just want to enjoy the entertainment and the atmosphere of what's going on.
You don't have to do anything
But
if
at
you
the
don't want
same-
to.
I know, but at the same time, it's always nice when you participate in an event where there's gonna be multiple people dressed as the same types of things
Yeah.
in the same atmosphere and doing the same thing that you're doing.
Yeah.
That camaraderie, if you will, of a fun time and event. So
I'm gonna go as a poppy seed.
are you?
No.
I think you and Ryan should go as avocados.
Avocados. No. So I want to have I told you about this party that we're putting together for the kids over at the Bruce House, transitional housing?
No, let's talk about that though.
So it's a private party, so the public are not involved. But I wanted to tell people about it because we are in need of some donations if people are wanting to give. But I got approached by somebody who wanted to do something nice for kids during the holiday season. So I had suggested, Bruce House, their transitional housing for families, mothers with kids out of homelessness, right? So they get them into Bruce House transitional housing before they can get them into more permanent affordable housing.
Right.
And they run them through programs and give them resources and things like that. But, these are people that are, they're kind of harder up in life at this point in time in their life.
Right.
It's not a reflection of who they are, what they are, or anything. It's just where they are in their life at that point.
Right.
And so I suggested this and they said, yeah, let's go for it. They were able to secure a venue for us to do the party. And I had said we have these Christmas characters, the Christmas elves that we are going to be dressing up as. I have Mrs. Claus, I have Mrs. Grinch, these kind of Christmas party packages that we're putting together, and I thought that was a great idea. So we're going to be doing like maybe Christmas cookie decorating, maybe a Christmas craft, and hopefully giving a present to each of the kids that are going to be there singing Christmas carols. I've got a Christmas carol bingo.
I don't think there's enough going on in December at this point of things that are fun. I mean, because Givemas is huge.
Givemas is huge, but
but
this is for
festival
kids.
Trees and
Festival trees will be done by then, but this is for kids. This is for kids.
I'm just saying, there's lots of events. It's exciting.
Oh yeah. I thought you were trying to talk me out of it.
No. Something for everyone is amazing. I'm just mind boggled because what people don't understand is we haven't really been working together in the office as of several weeks.
Yeah.
Right. And we normally do. So I normally know about all the things that you're going to talk about on the show. I've been working from home because I've been doing a lot of home construction type stuff. I haven't. I'm hiring people, so I have to be home for it. Right. So I've been doing the show from home and just getting the show ready for you to just get ready and be on it.
Yeah.
And so I'm hearing about this. So I'm excited actually, because I haven't heard about this yet. But there's so many things, like you said, that we talked about it, that are in the works. There's a lot of projects in the works. And now I'm hearing about the projects that have been.
Dude, I move fast.
I
move fast. And I hit the ground running. Is like the time from when I get an idea in my head to actually putting it into execution has gone down dramatically. I used to just think of something and it would take me months before I can get it into action. Now I can think of something and put it into place like this. And I love that, somebody comes to me and says, I want to do something nice for kids in the community for the holiday season. And I go, okay, this is what we got to do. This is what we need. And we do have a need. Like I can't do it without assistance, right? Like I have the characters. We know what to do. We know we have We know how to put on the entertainment. We know how to put on the party. We know how to entertain the kids, but we need help with providing gifts, right? So maybe we're going to go to a toy store or go Hooked on Toys or go down to someplace and try and see if we can get some donated gift cards, or if people want to donate some gift cards so we can get some presents for the kids, or if people want to, maybe help us with a craft, or
Can we do a
hot
toy
cocoa.
drive?
I don't know. I mean, there's only like 40 kids, right? So it's smaller on scale, but it would be nice to have specific gifts for kids of those ages that are going to be there. We're going to have a RSVP list of the kids' ages and genders. So
Right.
yeah, we can definitely get specific gifts for kids of ages, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
it's cool.
because it helps, right? It helps us to make sure that we get the target of those age groups nailed down. So we don't have too much for one age group.
Right.
And then nothing for the other age group.
And trying to secure some snacks, some sweets, maybe do like an urn of hot cocoa and some cookies, or we were thinking cookie decorating. So maybe, I don't know. So we're working on it. And if there's
We should
anybody,
work with the senior center on that one.
right.
That would be a lot of fun.
But if there is anybody out there that's watching that says, I know somebody that wants to maybe, give something or help out in a certain way, it is going to be December 6th. So it's early in December. And it's for the kids and the families who are in the Bruce House transitional housing. And it's a private party, invite only. But we are asking if anybody wants to give, because it's that time of year that we're providing all of the, we have a venue, we have a date, time, and all of the other details.
Right. December 6th, folks, for the Bruce House, for the kids of the Bruce House. This is a really big deal. Get in touch with us. If you know anyone, if you have any ideas, suggestions, or donations that you can make, please call and ask questions.
Yeah, thank you.
This one, that's important. That's an important one because it's just something it's really close to home for me. Just Christmas is already a really hard time of year for those of us who don't have families. I feel more difficult for kids who have peers around them that will get something and they don't.
Yeah.
And I think that every kid should have that one thing, and it shouldn't go without.
And you know what? Personally, in our family, our situation, a little bit. My cousin is making the transition to move from New Jersey to Washington State to Wenatchee,
which is a big deal because she has a family. She's not one person.
Yeah, it's a huge deal because she has a 2-year-old daughter who is the same age as Trenton, but she also is married. Her husband still lives in New Jersey. She's got a 17-year-old daughter who already graduated high school but is trying to figure out life, and then she has a 16-year-old son who's still in high school. And this move is honestly the best thing for them and their family right now. Like, this is going to be the best, is a good thing. I don't know if it's the best thing, but I know it's a good thing. I can't make decisions for her, but she believes that this is the best thing for her and her family right now. And it's hard. It is hard. So for us in our personal family situation, we've had to strap down the finances and strap down all the extras, and because we are trying to make things work as a family in a very different situation, while my cousin is trying to help her out. And we sat down and had not really sat down, but just had a conversation. Said she actually brought this to me, was like, can we get rid of this commercialization of Christmas, at least for this year? Can we just try it out? And she's saying mostly for like her family too, but we both have teenagers that love gaming, but you know, Logan got a new PS5 2 years ago and her kid got a new Xbox last year. It's like, we don't need to be going out and get new gaming systems every year. Can we tone it down this year and maybe do some experiences, make some memories? Let's make some candles together. Then we all have candles to give one another.
I think that is an amazing idea. Can I be incorporated in your family? I mean, I think that when it comes down to when you do things for others, it does make you feel really good inside.
Yes.
Right? I would love to come over and do some creative whatever it is
Right?
that you guys are doing. Because I'm not around my family. I mean, I do have family here in town, but I'm not around my family, my siblings and my nieces and nephews. You know, I'm not. Mom's on the other side. They're on the other side of the mountains on the coast. So I spend the holidays by myself. As sad as that may seem, I do not need a miniature violin. I would love to incorporate something like that to get rid of, you have to spend all of this money, right? You have to spend this to make everybody happy. Do something for someone. Like, I always ask my nieces to make me something, because it means more to me to have something that they made at each stage of their growth than it does if they went out and bought me some commercial product that anyone can have.
Absolutely.
It just means so much more to me. And I want to do that with you know, with my girlfriend and her kids this year. Just doing stuff for each other. Somebody wants a little something special, let's do that. Like, they want some kind of special picture frame or whatever. Let's get creative.
Right.
Let's create that. Let's go to the secondhand store and get stuff and get glue, and then make that.
Let's
make
go
that
to the
special.
YWCA thrift store and buy some stuff and redo it and make some gifts.
Yeah. I mean, because it just, I feel that it makes for really good gift giving.
Yeah.
Because it's something that you're going to treasure.
It's true. You know, when people, I think people say that and they're like, oh, it's so cliche if you make something. But like,
I'm that weirdo. If anyone, and you've been to my house, I have lots of those kinds of
I'm not
gifts,
talking about like little thing. I don't know. I'm not talking about things that, crafts that you might want to throw away at the end of the month. You know, we're talking about making candles that people will use, or jams and jellies. Like pies and things that people
jams,
will use.
jellies, art. Like, I love those things. I'm always burning candles. I love it when people repurpose a container and like make it like a really cool candle inside of it. I am that weird guy that thinks that stuff is super cool.
A weird guy.
And I love art, and I have people that have done all kinds of stuff, or taken a photo I've put on Facebook and created some fancy frame around it. Well, to me, it's fancy, but for them, you know, I'm sure they only spend a few bucks and then hours of their time. But for me, I love that kind of stuff. And I think that as people, we should get back towards that kind of thing where we create stuff for each other. It gives an attachment of that relationship we have with that person. And then when I, like, I'll use my friend Nancy as an example, not Nancy from Class with a Glass, a different Nancy that I worked with. She's done stuff like that for me. And so when we like don't talk for like a couple of weeks and we just get busy with our lives, I have to look at some of the art that she's made for me. I'm like, oh my gosh, I wonder how Nancy's doing. That kind of stuff is like memory triggering. Maybe that's because I'm in my 40s, but it triggers my mind.
I think that's just human.
Fond of a relationship that's important to me, and to be able to reach out and touch base. Yeah, I'd love to be invited.
I think
over
that's
and do
just
something like
human.
that.
You know, we have trinkets that remind us and trigger memories of people. Even while they're still alive, like we do that, and we kind of think of that way when people pass. But that's why we put pictures of people up on our walls, of our family, of our offices, of our cars, of our phones, and because we want to remember and be triggered to remember those people because they make us happy.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of that, people might not know that Trina Elms makes these like really cool like super awesome stuffies.
Crocheted stuffies.
They're
yeah.
so cool. She made a shark for my niece that I picked up yesterday. It
was cool,
It
yeah.
is the
You sent me a
coolest
picture.
Yeah, it is the coolest looking. My niece is gonna love that. But that's what we're talking about, having somebody do something like that. But this is a little more extravagant because it was a huger financial thing, right? But my niece is turning 5, so whatever. I like having special things like that done, though. To go to a small business owner and have them create something like that. It's something that my niece is going to treasure because it's a one of a kind. No one else is going to have that stuffy shark but her.
Right.
You know, and
Yeah.
that's like the cool part.
And
of
you get
it,
to
right?
support a local small business.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing with these sweatshirts too. Like this is supporting local small business. Marsha from Stupid Stitch. We're going to do a limited edition run. If we get enough people interested, they're $60 a sweatshirt.
Oh, we're gonna get people interested. You got 2 takers so far.
All right.
I'm waiting for the rest of you to come out of the woodwork.
All right.
That we can be the specialist of the special.
Well, it's time for us to go. I want to remind people the Numerica Festival of Trees Christmas Karaoke Competition registration is open now. It's going to be a lot of fun. Get your friends together, get a group together, get registered. $25 to register your group, and then you raise some money, and it all goes to a good cause for the Numerica Performing Arts Center. Oh, we are going to be sign shaking for Mike for mayor tonight over at 5th and Miller by Safeway from 4:30 to 5:30. So come join us, have some fun, and build a better future for the Wenatchee Valley. If you haven't seen, if you know Jerry Barkley, she just gave her endorsement. And also our good friends, Gary and Siobhan Harlow. They also gave their endorsements. You can follow Mike and his campaign online on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or WenatcheeValley.com. Look at this. If you are not following the advertising and promotion for the Fools and Ghouls karaoke block party, I have been having so much fun turning anything and everybody into a zombie, pretty much.
Oh, I've seen these reels. These are great reels.
I love
it. Some of them are really, really good.
My favorite are the zombies that are singing karaoke, and then underneath it, it says, "We live to sing."
You want to come out to Manson? That's all I'm going to say. I am super excited about this event.
Saturday, October 28th, 6 o'clock. But Haunted Manson starts at like noon that day, and they have the auction and games and different activities. And then we're doing the block party between 6 and 10, the karaoke zombie block party down there at the Manson Village Center. So check it out. We are going to be having so much fun. I'll be a zombie. I am going to be a zombie.
Yeah, we have to be.
Yeah, we're going to be dressed up for sure.
We will be very good zombies, I know.
And if you'd like to hire us, we are getting lots of bookings for the Christmas characters coming to visit. And so you can have an elf package. We've got a Grinch package, Miss Claus package, some other ones we're building out as well. So darlingproductionswa.com is where you want to go, or you can just message me. I've been doing a lot of those manually because people are just swarming me with those bookings. So that's a great problem. It's a great problem.
It's a great problem to have.
What else did I miss?
We want to make sure we let people know about the toys show.
Yep.
The Halloween toys show.
Halloween toy show tomorrow. The drag tea parties tomorrow.
You want to go to that. Those cupcakes are delicious.
They were pretty good.
You want to be there just for the food and the entertainment.
The Apple Valley Vinyl Expo is tomorrow.
Another exciting event.
The last 5 years is a play at the Riverside Playhouse, closes tomorrow. So tomorrow's the last day to go and experience that. Also get 9 Strangers, the new book from Matthew Pippin. Not that I have to tell you to go out and get that because everybody's doing it. And we will see you at Trick or Treat on the Ave
And
on Halloween.
Don't forget to buy your Halloween tickets.
Oh, Halloween tickets. Yes. Halloween tickets.
Yes. Yes. We don't want to forget that. That is a really fun and a very good time. It's got a space theme this year. It's going to be well worth going to that event.
All right. I want to thank everybody for being on the show today. We will be back next week. Right? Yeah.
Yes,
we'll be
we
back
will.
next week.
We have a show. We have a show next week where I'm working on the location as we speak now.
All right. We'll be right on the cusp of Halloween.
Yeah, we'll have our Professor of Spook.
Professor of Spook.
Ooh. That's the best little bullish thing I can do there.
All right. I want to thank Jessie Drake and Jocelyn Cardenas and Cory Clark. And you, Grayson. Thank you for being here
I want to
today.
thank you. Without you, we wouldn't have the show.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. We will be back for another episode of What's Up Wenatchee next week. You can always go back and watch archived episodes on Spotify and YouTube. I want to thank everybody for watching. Don't forget to vote, everybody.
Oh, and thank you, Chris Khmer, for coming out and putting those windshield wiper blades on my vehicle. Safe Flight Auto Glass. Thank you, Chris.
You're so funny. All right. Peace out, everybody.
I'm endorsing Mike Poyer. I've done a radio ad for him. I did some video work for him. So, I look at the two candidates. I've known them both for, 40 plus years. And when I look at the qualifications of the two, to me, it's a pretty simple choice that I think Mike Poyer would do the best job of being mayor of our city. I look at Mike and he always is thinking about city first and himself second, or things that he thinks second. And I think that's a huge quality to have in someone who sits in this seat. I have said that many times that, when I get up in the morning, I'm a husband first, I'm a dad, I'm a friend, I'm a CPA, and the mayor is just something you sort of do during the day. And you never want to get up and first thing you say is, I'm the mayor, right? And it's just something you do, and it's something you bring your heart and soul and passion to, but it doesn't define who you are. And this won't define Mike. Mike's a dad, he's a husband, he's a business owner, and he'll do a great job. And I can't say that the same for his opponent in terms of how I think they would handle very difficult situations. There's a lot of them as mayor, and you don't get it wrong very much about how you deal with people, whether it's at the grocery store or at the American Performing Arts Center, or wherever it is. You need to be 100%. You can't bat 100 or 500 at that. And so I have extreme confidence in Mike. I think he'll do a wonderful job running our city. And so that's who I've decided to endorse.